What's going on, guys? It's Greg Eyes, and previously we made a breakdown video about Glovegate when a team was called for a penalty because all the players didn't have matching glove colors. Found that it's a real rule, and in the NCAA, every player has to have gloves that are predominantly the same main color, I guess. People did not like that because it was heading into overtime in a big game, but it was fun to break down, and that got us thinking, what other weird rules are in the rule book that maybe people aren't aware of? And we found a couple good ones to highlight for you. So the first, and probably the simplest, is in the lacrosse stick. A ball stop is not required unless it's on a wooden head. So first off, I've never seen a wooden head alone. It really, wooden stick is what you would have. I don't think nobody's ever made a wooden head by itself. But in your stick, you do not need a ball stop unless it's made of wood. That's really interesting. I never knew that. I think lacrosse heads look really weird without ball stops, so that's probably because I've always seen them that way. So now you know you don't need a ball stop. Next one up, just like in basketball, you can actually foul out in lacrosse. So any player who accumulates 5 minutes of personal fouls, so not just 5 penalties, you have to have 5 minutes of personal fouls, will be disqualified from the game. A different player can come in once all that penalty time has been served. You're apparently not expelled from competition or the spectator area, or suspended for subsequent games. You just have to not play the rest of that game. So actually 5 minutes might be easier to accumulate now because they have entered in a 2-minute discretionary penalty. So if the ref feels like it was a flagrant personal foul, they can issue 2 minutes. So it might be a little bit easier since this rule was written because they added that discretionary 2-minute. But you D guys, watch out, because if you get 5 minutes personal fouls, you are ejected for the rest of the game. That's looking at you, Mike, my brother, who has been very close to this before in games. The next one, and the one that I think needs to be changed the most, is in the women's rule book, and it says that it is not a goal if the ball enters the goal by the attacking team's goalkeeper or their stick. So that means if the goalie kicks the ball in, shoots it in, throws it in, basically in women's lacrosse, a goalie is not allowed to score. So even if they come all the way down and shoot and put it in the net, the goal is disallowed, and I guess the ball's going the other way. I literally can't think of a reason that this would be in the rule book. That's crazy to me because in men's, the goalie can absolutely score. It happens all the time. It's a lot of fun to watch. Goalie goals are some of the most electric goals you can have. And in women's, they are not allowing the goalie to score. So if you're a women's goalie out there, I would be outraged and email somebody to get this rule changed. Okay, and our last one is dealing with wards. All the time in comments on videos of people getting trucked, we see people say this award, that's a ward. Apparently, if you have 2 hands on your stick, you can do pretty much whatever you want. So this rule reads, a player with possession of the ball may hold, push, or control the direction of movement of the cross or body, not the head or neck, of an opponent if both hands of the player with possession of the ball are grasping the player's own cross. So that's a lot of words, but basically it means if you have both hands on your stick, you are allowed to push or hit the opposing player as long as you don't hit them in the head and neck. So when you see somebody do a 2-handed bull dodge and they throw the elbow up, as long as this hand does not leave the bottom of their stick, that is totally legal. So you see Miles Jones do it, you see all kinds of people do it. They hit that like forearm shiver through the truck stick. That is, according to the rules, a totally legal move. So as soon as you take your hand off and ward this way, illegal. 2 hands on the stick, it literally says you could do whatever you want as long as you don't hit him in the head and the neck. So those are a couple bizarre rules. One, a lot of people want us to talk about, and I couldn't find it specifically because I think it is state by state, but that you can only have one straight line of eye black is apparently getting enforced in a lot of states. That's no fun. The guys should be able to put on whatever eye black they want. So that's the end of this video. Let us know in the comments if you have other bizarre rules you'd like us to take a look at. If not, like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.